Hello, welcome to our town hall series hosted by Certified Physician Assistant Consulting. I'm Casey D'Amato. I am president of Certified PA Consulting, or CPAC as we like to call it. We started in 2009. I have been a PA since '03 and also been a practice manager, administrator. I own my own businesses. I've merged businesses, sold businesses, raised capital. I'm also a certified life and career coach, and I help PAs and also physicians and NPs understand the business side of medicine when it comes to salary structures, negotiation, business, career transitions. I am a career coach as well and life coach. And so we host a weekly video talking about business related topics that they don't teach anybody really in PA school or medical school or nursing school. Hopefully these videos are helpful. They are hosted on our website at certifiedpaconsulting.com in our video library. They're free, so you can go and check out tons of old videos. We have our YouTube channel is just starting, but we have lots and lots of videos on our website, so check them out anytime. And we have lots of free resources, free PDF guides. We also have on-demand courses. Those do have a cost. They're more robust. They come with a workbook to help you. We have them on salary negotiations as well as boot camp, and we also offer one-on-one personal coaching. So today's topic, what I want to talk about is how to create, and I'm looking at my notes, that's why I'm looking down here, how to create your 1-year forecast. And this can be personal or it can be business. And why is this important to think about? So this is something that I learned early on in business. It's really all about forecasting. When you want kind of to advance yourself financially in your career, in your business, in your personal life, kind of get more control of your money, feel like you're not living paycheck to paycheck if you're an employee or if you're starting a business and you really want to scale and get to that next level, what do you need to do? Well, you need to build what's called a forecast. So how do you do that? How do you create your forecast and kind of plan your budget and know how to balance all of that? Do you need to make more money, cut back on expenses or whatnot? So the number one first thing that you do, typically you build this on Excel. First, you calculate the income, the revenue, and you can do this personally if it's in a paycheck or if it's a business. You calculate how much money is coming into your bank account per month. So whether it's you as an individual employee or whether it's your business, how much money is coming in or do you anticipate to be coming in every month? So you build out basically 12 columns on an Excel, and they basically represent each month, and you put at the very top the money that's coming into your bank account. So that's your revenue or your income. That's number one. So now you've got your whole year mapped out of what you anticipate coming in. If you're an employee, it's probably fairly predictable. If you're a business, you're doing some calculations on how many customers, clients, or patients are you seeing, what's their average spend, and you're calculating that way. So you've got your revenue, top line. The next thing that you want to do below that is you want to look at your expenses. So if you're in a business, you have maybe a cost to manufacture something. If you make a widget, like you make this pen, how much does it cost you to make this pen? It might cost probably about, I'm guessing 30 to 50 cents or something like that to make this pen. And then it's turned around and it's sold for like typically 3 to 5 times markup. So it's probably sold for, I don't know, $1, $1.50, who knows? It depends on the quality of the pen, right? There's pens that are hundreds of dollars. And there's pens that are way less. So you look at your cost of goods, and that's your next column. So that is the amount that is, if you're anticipating X number of customers or clients per month, is there a cost of goods? So in medicine, if you're starting a practice, this may be like in a med spa, for example. If you're assuming that you're going to see 100 patients a month, what are the cost of your materials? So injectables or laser, rental fees or disposables, things like that. That goes in that next column because you can't make the money without having that cost of the product. So that's the next column. If you're doing a personal budget, you can skip this section. The next section that you do is below that, you would write down all of your expenses and you kind of cluster them into what's called fixed and what's called variable. Fixed are things that are pretty delicate and tricky to change. So this would be like rent or mortgage or insurance. This is like legal, accounting, things that, it's pretty hard. If you're doing a personal budget, this is things like food, grocery bill, like these things probably aren't going away. Like you're going to need these things. So you have a fixed monthly expenses, and below that you have variable monthly expenses. In your personal life, variable is going to be recreational activities. It's going to be, if you have kids, maybe it is extracurricular activities for the kids, or travel, or it might be, if you're thinking about professional, it might be CME activities, right? Those are variable. You can do things that cost money, or you can do a lot of money, or little money, or no money in that category. So the fixed expenses are going to be the things that are very difficult to change. It's possible, but it's challenging. And then you have your variable expenses. And then at the very bottom, you have your net. So you take the revenue, the money that you're making. Then you have your cost of good if you're looking at a business. If it's personal, skip that part. And then this is by month. And then you have your fixed expenses. So you subtract those out, your monthly expenses. So that's your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, your insurance, your legal, your grocery bill, car payment particularly, maybe. And then you've got your variable. Car is kind of questionable. You could put that in a variable because you could get a less expensive car. So then you have your variable expenses, which is sort of recreational activities and things like that. Then you have your net number. That is your quote unquote profit. Now here's the thing. Don't forget, there's two categories that most people forget to put in their expenses. Number one is a reserve. What is going into not just your retirement accounts, but your actual savings for your kind of rainy day fund. What's in your reserves? And business needs this as well. Business needs this probably more than even personal, but both need it. And also, where's your fun category? So you've got your variable expenses, and then there's that one-off. Something comes up, some opportunity, and there's got to be a little bit of a slush fund for that fun, miscellaneous fund. So then at the end, what is your net income? Is it positive, and by how much, or is it running negative? If it's running negative, that's your paycheck to paycheck, or that means if you're operating a business, it means you need outside capital. That's not a problem. It just means that you need to invest, or you need to attract investors that want to invest in your company. At the beginning, it's going to cost more than you make, and that happens all the time. That's the way I operated a business for a long time. You raise capital, you invest capital, or both, and then eventually the goal is that you pivot, and then eventually the business becomes profitable. So how do you create your 1-year forecast? Is you look at your months, your total revenue, total money coming into your bank accounts. If you're talking about a business, you have your cost of goods per month. Then you have your fixed expenses, variable expenses. Now, if the profit at the end is not enough, then you have two options. And this is what you need to do if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're tired of it. You have two options. You either, number one, figure out how to make more revenue. So do you need to negotiate? Do you need to start a side hustle? What is it that you need to do to make more revenue? Or how do you reduce those expenses? The variable is the quote unquote easier bucket to reduce first. The fixed expenses are tougher because that might require a move, for example. And I've done this myself. I have changed my fixed expenses when I started my company, and I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into it. I downsized my house to be able to do that. So sometimes you have to take massive, massive action if there's something that you want enough on the other side. So make sure that you are looking at your forecast, personal and or business, and you're mapping it out every year. My husband and I do this every year in our personal life, as well as in our business. In businesses, we look at this every quarter. In our personal life, we do this about once a year. And we anticipate what our revenue will be, what our expenses will be, what do we want to adjust on the variable, what do we need to adjust on the fixed and take massive action, or what can we do on the revenue side to bump that up. So there's always that in and out kind of delicate scale with cash flow that's important to think about on a personal level. We have a boot camp on-demand course at Certified PA Consulting. We teach concepts like this for medical professionals interested in starting a business. It's 4 hours on demand, comes with a workbook, and it teaches you the fundamentals of thinking like a business owner so that before you start, you have these kind of foundational concepts. So it's nothing super technical. It's not anything, intensive. 4 hours. It qualifies for Category 2 CME. Hop on over to Certified PA Consulting and check it out. It's called Business Bootcamp. If you want to learn more about these type of principles, I highly encourage you to take that course. We made it specifically for medical professionals. It's fun. It's on demand. You can watch it at your own pace. You can bundle it with private coaching as well if you're interested in working with us and having us coach you through the process of starting a business without making very, very expensive and costly and devastating mistakes. So we wish you well. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully this video was helpful. We put out a new video every week. Don't forget, on our website, Certified PA Consulting, we have lots and lots of more videos that you can check out related to salaries, negotiation, making a career change, business, and everything in between. All right, I'm Casey D'Amato. Have a great day. I'll see you next week.